And so we are live for live stream 300. And with live stream 300 here, seeing NQ continue the market upwards here. Seems the market wants to head to all-time high in the next coming couple of weeks. On the daily chart bottom right here, you can see closed near the highs yesterday, had a brief move down, trading bullish territory at the moment. If we look at this 5-minute chart here, center left, we can see we're above a high volume area, above the 595s, trading at 610s at the moment. Got a bit of a gap there at the 599.50. If we go over to let's go to this one here. We're going to use this 30-second chart here. So we said 599. That's where we had some had a bit of an LVN, which aligns with these highs. Support resistance perspective. Am I looking at the right chart? 58, is that right? That is right. So I'm looking at this area for potential buys. Not sure if I will even get that. 576. That's the previous day's highs. Let's have a look here. Just discovering higher prices here. Market just may go without me. So this was a chart that crashed yesterday. It was pretty annoying. We can now move down to the 50s on this profile. Let's make sure that pocket is correct. So we've got 99. Yeah, that pocket is correct. Let's sync this to all the charts. Why does this feel so slow? Something's not right. So it aligns with these highs. A bit of low volume on the profile. What's the volatility been like today? Current range on NQ, looking at 239 points. On ES, 46.50. Over on gold, we're looking at 60.6. So 239. I wouldn't say it's particularly volatile. So let's think about this. About 6.5. About 7, I think. Maybe 7. Maybe. So this is, I probably should write it up actually. I'll write it over here. LVN 5-minute profile. So yeah, that's a bit of a low volume area on the 5-minute profile. See if we can get into this area, find buyers, send the market higher. Let's see, 05 to 12. Buyers have stepped in at 03 there. Interesting. 97.75. Essentially 97. Could be putting in a lower high here, but could be a high, lower high. Okay, so we're into that low volume area. So some immediate buying.
Order submitted.
Aggressive.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Oh my
Order
word.
filled.
Oh my word.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
Wow. Okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. So we're up 7. So we came into that low volume area on the 5-minute profile. So buying off that wick, cleared out the area a little bit, taking out these lows here. So immediate buying. Battery's low. Give me a second. So buyers come into the market there, decide to go long. You can see not long after we're filled. And that was based off the, let's see, so we've got this periodic profile here. You had the gap right there on the 15-second chart, but that's not what I based it off. I based it off, you can see on the 5-minute chart here, this is a session volume profile. You can see this bit of a gap where the volume is. right there. We got a gap right there. Price came into it. And that's the reason I bought. Of course, now as the market heads higher, you'll start to seem like, well, you probably should have held a bit longer. See, there's an aggressive buy zone right here. But the problem I have with this zone is it too close to the higher day? That's a question I'm going to have to ask right now. Because the current higher day is sitting right there. So we've got that low volume around the 99s. Got this zone that was built. Problem we've got is potentially lower highs. Is this going to be like a descending resistance? We'll see. Certainly in hindsight, it's seeming like there was quite a bit more on the table. Probably should add the ruler to the drawing tools. Ruler. $21 points. So we've run into that descending resistance there of these two highs. Seeing the sellers come back in, take us into this zone. We are at the higher day, currently above the 200 and the VWAP. Oh, hold on. Decision time. Do I take this long here? The close outside the zone. Wow. Buyer stepped in again. You know what?
Order submitted.
If they buy again from there, I want to be involved.
Order submitted.
If candle closes inside, I'm cancelling these orders. Yep, close inside.
Order canceled.
Those orders. May come. Let's see if we're going to go retest that low volume node on the 5-minute profile. Probably should extend it.
Order
I'm gonna
filled.
go long there.
Order
Gonna go
filled.
long again.
Order submitted.
$79.
Order submitted.
Wow. Looks like you're wrong there, buddy.
Order submitted.
Mm. Looks like buying near the higher day. Did right. Is it too close? Hmm. Nah.
Order filled.
I'll take it off. Take the loss there. So I know I'm negative on the day by quite a bit. 38. Hmm. So the real battle begins. Oh, hold on. What was that?
Order filled.
Okay. Let's see. 34.50. 34.50.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
This is 550.25.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
This should be, let's get the right chart up for this trade. It's an SMA and it's a 30-second chart. Wondering if I'm asking too much of this. I wonder. asking too much. 613.50. And then we'd have to buy back at 92.25. Because the target should be 34.50. $10.50, 3 points away. 11, 2.5 points away. Oh, come on. How close was that?
Order filled.
Okay. So 92.25. The original target was supposed to be up at 34.50. 34.50. That's where the target's supposed to be. $92.25. Why am I not being able to? Oh, I see. Anyway. Oh, hold on. It's probably good. The descending resistance here. Okay. We got the descending resistance. We close back above this level. See, this here would not have even got down to that bleeding stop. We took it out early and took a loss there. And it would have turned around. It would have turned around. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So, let's think about this. Potentially a short here. Potential short zone right there. Should probably turn it red. But the reason I'm not thinking about taking shorts here is because it's actually turned around and sold from there. We've got this zone here to the downside. Let's see. 1, 2. It's not quite invalidated even though we trade below it. Let's make sure we cancel that order.
Order canceled.
Don't want to order sitting out there. That could potentially come back and bite us in the backside. So that target was up at 34.50. From 92. You know what? Let's leave it alone. Let's leave it alone. Got the descending resistance. So reason why we're above both of them, you can see I had this rally coming into the open, well, just off the open, came down to that 200 right there. Off that 200, we've had this rally. $107 points. And now we seem to be building a bit of a base here. We've got a point of control currently where we're trading, suggesting there's high volume here. So we go up, we put up high volume. Normally, I'd probably say, oh, the market would just turn around. But if we look at the daily chart, it looks rather bullish. It looks rather bullish. So certainly won't be thinking about that. Again, we continue to find resistance around this descending trend line that we've put in. Descending resistance. So maybe we'll put in the volume and then break out strongly to the upside. Now, like I said, if we look here at the daily chart, clearly see the market had a move down, trading bullish territory. We're probably looking at these highs here, all the way up at the 840s or so. That's quite a big window. Not sure if we're going to get that today. If we look at the profiles, let's look at the fives. Let's think about this. See the 800s, probably the 860s, 850s. Probably won't see that. You just never know though. Oh, hold on. This market looks like it wants to go. Still finding buyers in this zone between the 97s to the 08s. So these 10 points here, just finding buyers. So don't be surprised if we see a breakout. Break of this descending resistance. Especially of this zone. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my. So the target was actually up at 34.50. With the entry being at 92.25. So I wonder if we're going to get to that 34.50. Certainly will be interesting. So what is this? What's this line here? That can't be right. Oh, it's the 125s. So it came into the 125s. Oh, I don't have the 125s on this chart. Interesting. That would have been a huge victory. No way. Is it really going to go to the 134.50s? This is even the right chart. If we do get to that 134.50, that SMA strategy is going to have to really get a look in. Trading the 127s at the moment, 128s, 132.50. Let's see how high we've gotten. We got as high as 133, so we're 6 ticks away from that 134.50. Interesting. And that's from an entry around the 592s, 25s. Well, it's about 592.50. Let's just round it up. Well, I was concerned about these highs. That's the reason why I didn't want to take it all the way up to that 34.50. Be interesting if we do get there. $42 points. That would have been very good. Certainly would appreciate that. Well, let's mark out our next level of importance here. So we've got this level. What? Huh? That can't be clicked, right? Surely. Template load green. Green zone. It's going for that 34.50. Nice. There we go. Through that 34.50. Patience would have paid. Patience would have paid. Let's write the HOD on here. So this is the HOD, higher day line. We'd have got to target there. If I'd have held to the 34.50s, probably would have, I think I'd have wrapped it up there. It would have been a shorter video, but I certainly would have wrapped it up. I've took my coins and ran. Anyway, so let's look at the very next level we're looking at here. Where is it? It's this one. Is that right? It is. So this is the next level. This is the next level. That's been put in. To be fair, it's a merger of two levels. Might as well have kept this other one, to be fair. Oh well. So continuing the march to the upside. See, we're about to take out a higher day. We have pretty aggressive buying there to take out a higher day. Okay, so the very next level we're looking at is 63 to the upside. 663. So took out the higher day there. There ain't going to be anything on the profile. So we're looking for that 663. Let's see. Yeah, there isn't going to be anything on the profile. Maybe I pull back to 25. 46. Seems like we're going to head to that 63 in no time. Who knows? So, seems like the area we're going to be looking at is all the way over here, because on the daily chart, looking at our 850s. So we're going to look at our 5s, seeing if there is anything on our 5s that clues us up. So we're going to put this line, where's price currently trading? 644. 644. That's where price is currently trading. Okay. 644 is where we're currently trading. So this is our current price. So we got a bit of a swinger high here up at 692. After that, looking at 820 essentially. So between 700 and 820, we've got a pretty big pocket there. Once you can get through to the 700s, we've got a pretty decent window there up to the 800s. Oh wow. Look at this. Heading up towards that 663. Pretty aggressively here. Not had a meaningful pullback. Towards that previous higher day. I would have thought we'd have came into this area here. But then again, we did say potentially the 625s. Let's have a look. 625s. So we're looking at the essentially 692s. Let's put these on these charts. $692s and then 800. Let's remove these drawings from this 5-minute chart. Let's get back to where we were. Let's get back to our main chart. We were looking at 692 potentially, and then beyond there we're looking at 800. Thing about the 692 is it's a bit of a zone down to about 85. I guess this thing really isn't going to give us an opportunity to get... I'm certainly feeling a bit of FOMO here. With prices poised to get towards that 60, 63. It's not as if it's even tested that previous high around 38s. Oh, can't do it. Can't do it. It's so tempting to just FOMO in. It's so tempting. It is so tempting. There it goes through the 63s. There it goes through the 63s. What's the time? 11. Goodness me. The FOMO. The FOMO. Potentially up to that 85 to 92. As tempting as this is, I can't do it. I just can't do it. With a stop down at 62. Oh, what is that alert for now? Oh my gosh, it's telling me that ES has gone up 57. ES is up 57 on the day. Market's clearly trending now. Look at that. Goodness me. Waiting for a pullback, and the pullback's not coming. On a day, it seems that FOMO would be paying, but it's not always the case. It's never always the case. The problem with this is going to be not taking the FOMO trades, and then if I get a true setup and then it doesn't work out, that's going to wreak havoc on my psychology. But it's trading. You can see here on the 5-minute chart, once we broke out of this consolidation where we had the point of control, pretty strong breakout there. Like we said, there is a pretty big window all the way up to, once we clear the 692s up to the 800, it's pretty clean trading. In theory, should be pretty clean. We should do some, I can't do any testing actually. Let's see, what was our extension here? 69, 75. It's not really a massive extension, is it? So I'd have to take like 4, maybe 4.5. Okay. So we've pulled back to that 0.5. Aggressive buying here. You know what?
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm going to be aggressive.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order canceled.
I decided to be aggressive there. On the pullback to that 663, came back to that area, around about where this pullback area was. Buying came in, went long. So the risk reward on that wasn't great, I don't think. It doesn't look like it. So if we're in there, risking 675. 675. Let's see. If we're to add that to there, that means I should have took it out at 75.50. So not great. Not great. Who already bought? Pre-sale is very profitable. Buy tokens, resale. Okay, but putting forward cryptos. Goodness. Okay, so we're seeing that selling there. So I got these previous highs around the 652.25s. I'm not going to be using it to make a trade decision because I've got the zone down here. I'm just going to keep a watch on it. I should probably, let's see. So we came close there, down to that 52.25, but not quite. You see, we've got a level being put in right there, but for me, I'm gonna wait. I think it's gonna be too aggressive to be putting in a level right here as a potential buy zone. This market may prove me to be completely wrong. I just think we've got the HOD now sitting right there. And I'm never really a fan of buying higher day. Well, recently anyway. HOD. So that's our higher day right there. See what I mean? That's the reason why. We've not like got away from here with the strength taking out the highs. If you'd have done that, then I'd be more confident of this here. The thing is, we came up, started to struggle as seen by these wicks. Put in this, I believe they call it a hanging man. Sort of selling, take us all the way down. So essentially I close above 61. Thing is, a close above 61 takes us into this 0.5663. So it's a pretty tight area. It's a pretty tight area. Still got a 200 facing upwards. We're still above the VWAP. You know what I haven't done? I haven't looked at the 5-minute profile in a while. Let's go see what the 5-minute profile is up to. Oh, wow. There we go. Here we go. Have I missed an opportunity here? Right in here. It's still down at that 52. Okay, so on this 5-minute profile, right in here, we've got a low volume area. Could prove itself to be some importance. Let's sync this on all charts. Apply. Okay. Put in some fair amount of volume around the 661s, around at 60, 62, 63. Now, if I'd have marked this level on, I would be taking along from here right into that 63 area. Probably would need to get up to about the 70s. But I'm not going to do that. No way. No way. That's why I should look at the profile more. Ha, look at that. Price came down to that area. Well, then again, that could... saw buying come out of it down into the 52s, which aligns with these highs. Low volume area on the on the session profile. Look at that. Oh. After that, we're looking at move down to the 38s. Is the second test going to be any good? The bots are here. So we got in, let's see, that's 60. Didn't quite get to 70. So let's think about what the maths is telling us now. 59 to 67. So 8. Let me take 5.5. Point of control must be about 2. Let's go have a look at this. There's a lot of volume being conducted up here. So the volume being conducted up here about 62. Still got a fair way to go to get to the point of control. So from here, we'd need to get all the way over to here. Certainly heading that way at the moment. A lot of volumes being conducted here, which makes this area not very attractive for me. But we did say I would have to take a long right there. But would need price to get to 70, which it did. So I guess not marking out this level right here. Did think it was too aggressive to mark out as a potential support. But it's interesting that it does form part of the low volume area on the session profile. Going up towards the test in the higher day. Good stuff. Really good stuff. We can break the higher day. I'm putting the level in. Oh, it's 75, 77. You know what? That's good enough. Let's put this level in. Prices want to come back and pay. So be it. So we got the LVN here as well. So we've got the profile. That just seemed too aggressive. I would put the profile in there. Wow. Through the higher day. Goodness me. Pretty clear this is trending. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Classic bull flag breakout through the higher day. So this trade right here could have been worth a fair amount. Am I going to start changing rules? Is the market aggressive enough for me? No. We came back in. I suppose I could say put in a higher low right there. Certainly on this close above the level again. But I didn't like the fact that we had a lot of volume trading around the 63s, because if we look at the profile, we can see here a fair amount of volume on the session profile being conducted around that 62, 63 area. And that's what's kept me out. So I'm not going to be upset with myself that I've followed my rules. I probably should mark out that the trade on the, where was that trade? There was a trade here that was taken. Hold on, was it at 592s? Yes, it was. This trade right here. So hold up, hold up, hold up. It would have been, get it, no, take this off here. Wrong chart anyway. NQ SMA. Oh my, we went to, oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Oh, we got to the 85. So that's what, I've got it at 85.50. Then we pulled back to the higher day. And we find buyers. Goodness me, 78. All the way up to 84. Oh. Am I going to take previous higher day as supports? It's too late now. The market's continuing to run. Right into that bit of a sell zone there.
Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted.
Let's go.
Order submitted.
There's a previous higher day gonna hold. So I'm taking it from that zone, treating it as if, well, if they were long, they would have their stops there.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Pretty dangerous to be short in a market this bullish, but $74.75. Put an alert down at 74.50. Hit 74.50. Oh, come on. Come on, man.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order cancelled.
Cancel the order. Again, this zone was made off the, let's go back. That zone there was made off the 5-minute chart. And all we did was go back a couple of days right here. Right here. We had this pullback and the 5 minute. Before the leg down, had this pullback here. Before the leg down, had this first pullback up to the 85s. That's the reason why the zone starts at 85. Broke the highs all the way up to 92s by 7 points. Also, we had this area here up at 90. So we had 90, 85s, 92s. You can see prices tested it before we saw this rather big leg down. This leg, 309 points. So I thought there may be some sellers hanging around up there. Maybe some profit taking up there as well. And hence the reason why, after seeing this candle, after testing at 85, 50 to the 92 zone, that's the reason I've got it as a 5 minute swing. That's the reason why I went short there. Targeted just around about just below the lows here of where anybody that was thinking of going long may have put their stop. Of course, there's a possibility that this may continue to sell all the way down towards this zone sitting at 61s, especially around 63s where we've got the volume. Here on the session profile. We've got the volume sitting around 62 at the moment. There is a possibility of that happening, but I wasn't willing to give it all the way down there, so I was unwilling to do that. In a way, it's partially down to the fact that the market just feels super bullish, especially if we look at it from a daily perspective as well. So I'm very cautious about taking bearish stances. Very cautious. Let's see. So we've come down to this high here. This 11 high, 11 EST. Around about 68. Found bias to take us up to 76. Interesting. Why is that high important? So let's go have a look at that. 68. Maybe that doesn't look like a good low volume area. Why would they be buying from there? Very odd. Still got that area down at the 53s. Around about that 52.25 to 53. Very odd, but it's not for us to judge. So they're buying the 68s. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to come down to the, what is it, 63 to 62. That's where the high volume is. Having some difficulties around this pullback high. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bud. No, I'm not putting that one on the chart. That's too... I can't use this as a pull... can I? Can I use this as a pullback? Got the new higher day. Hmm. No. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. The same reason we didn't put this one in, the same reason we're not going to put one in here. So we're pulling back. Got this level sitting around at 60.75. Hmm. What is this? Oh, that's at 63. Let's go have a look back at the session profile. We haven't looked at the 5-minute in a while. Again, still looking at that 52 area for decent volume. And 52 takes us all the way down to that low volume area on the profile, on the session profile. $78, $64. Certainly would have preferred a cleaner move from the 85 to 92 area. But we'll just take what the market gives us. If we get above 74, 75 here, before getting into this area down here, I think I'll call it a day. More price hangs around, more congested the profile becomes. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you can see we're starting to build out that profile, build out the volume here on the 5-minute profile. Well, on the session profile on the 5-minute view. So we've got the session profile, the 5-minute view. You can see the volume building out up here between the 61s and the 74s. Didn't get above that 74, 75. Big question is going to be I think I might be in a low trust environment at the moment, because this box starts at 60, ends at 52, but at 52 we have the low volume on the session profile. So we've got in, let's see, 74, 75. Yep, got through it. So with us getting through the 74, 75, I'm going to keep my word. Tested that previous higher day. The higher day from 1106. The higher day from 1124 EST. Still intact, but not a fan of what I just seen there. I'd have liked for these buyers to step in down here, all the way into this zone. No, maybe it's a trick, then I don't. Let's see if 76.25 remains intact. This could just be a fake out. Classic fake out. A large candle. Break that area. Let's take out these lows now. All the buying built up there. Take out these highs. Previous HOD. Come into a high volume area. What in the world? Getting like a million emails. Come on, don't do this. Don't take out the 58s. Oh, come on. Just needed to get lower there. Got down to 61.50. Need to get to 60.75. Golly. Okay. Let's have a look at the fives. Let's see. Seem to be putting quite a bit of volume there. Still got this low volume area to the downside. What was that? That was the VIX. We've got a low volume sitting at 35. I need all these buyers here to activate down here. Don't need them to be activated at 63s. I'm not going to sit here all day and trade, to be honest. I've got some activities to do away from trading, so if I can't see a setup in the next, maybe the next 5 minutes or so, I'm likely to call it. I think if we get through these highs, about 77, 75, I'll be calling it. And if we fail to get down to the 60s, I'll also be calling it. Somewhat going for invalidation here. Got multiple invalidation points. Got 76.25, and of course this 77. Get to 80.78. Invalidation 1, invalidation 2. So I'm going to call it. Didn't quite go into the area I wanted it to. And I definitely wasn't going to take a long up at 70.50. It would have been possible, but I've decided to, of course it would have worked out here in hindsight, but I already decided I wouldn't do that. So let's just wrap up the video. So overall, we can see here we made 21. Let's have a look at our trade performance. Over on our trade performance tab, let's get this generated. So on our trade performance tab, we can see here, first we drew down a fair bit. We're down at 38. Started the day well, up 7, drew down 38, through a series of winning trades, able to end the day up 21. Over on the summary page, we can see here, profitable on long, profitable on shorts, profit factor 148. Certainly would prefer it to be above 2. Accuracy 97%. Okay, that's interesting. And usually with accuracy that high, you pretty much know what the guarantees are. The average win being 376, the average loss. So not even, goodness me, this is just terrible metrics right here. These are terrible metrics. Not sustainable in the slightest. The average win loss, not sustainable in the slightest. Largest win compared to largest loss, again, you're looking at less than 10%. That's not sustainable. Time in the market, similar to yesterday, around 1.6, so not even up to 2 minutes. So these are not sustainable metrics by any stretch. Not at all. Profitable, but in the long run, this is going to come back and bite me. It always does. So with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.